This is the 5-Minute Youth Devotional Reading with Alex Sarria.
April 7. And it was so. Genesis 1:7 says, God made the open space and divided the waters under the open space from the waters above the open space. And it was so. One of the expressions repeated in this first chapter is, and it was so. And while it seems redundant, it's not. It's recorded in verses 7, 9, 11, 15, 24, and 30. The word so is, or thus, comes from a root indicating something firm, well established. We could translate the expression as, and so it was established. What does this mean? For what was done in that instant was not only created for that moment, but forever. In verses 7 and 9, a fixed space is assigned to the heavens and waters and sea, and for a Hebrew that had strong connotations in both Canaanite and Mesopotamian mythology, the heavenly and marine gods fight each other without limits in that contain them. By placing them spatially and forever in one place, the Bible reminds us that the skies and the seas are not gods. In verse 11, it's found that the one who produces vegetation with his cycles is not Baal, who awoke in spring and produced the flora, but the Lord. In verse 15, the function of the lights is established, considering them measuring instruments and not as gods, shamash or sin, or as generators of destinies. They were doing enough about the horoscope. Verses 24 and 30 present the taxonomy of created beings and their diet. Animals are animals, and there's no need for offerings or sacrifices to them. They are not gods. Each and it was so strikes down the Egyptian, Canaanite, or Mesopotamian pantheon. For the Lord speaks, and things are set in place. For nature is nature, not nature. The created is always subject to the will of the Creator. It's not uncommon to hear expressions like Mother Nature or the wisdom of nature in any documentary. They're so used to that they are even considered scientific. In Moses' time, however, and it was so, questioned the current mythology, the arrogance of hypotheses converted into axioms. Reason, moreover, tells us that we must have as much faith in Tiamat, the goddess of the sea, as in Gaia, Mother Nature. And if I must believe in something, I prefer to believe in God. Don't you think? Our things pass, but His remain. This not only brings us security, but hope, because He loved us, loves us, and will love us. Moses stated, and it was so, and we can exclaim with certainty, and so it shall be. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this was helpful for you, please share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Always remember this: walking with God is the greatest thing you could ever do. You are His priority. Make Him yours, and you will always live out your purpose. God bless.